What's up, everyone? I'm going to try to do this in one take here. I went to the New York Pro this past weekend, and I got to see my client, Tony. I got to be out there with my client and really good friend, Carol, who you guys have seen on the channel already. I put her through a leg session. She did the New York Pro, ended up doing very, very well, brought her best look yet. We are very happy about it. I did 2 sessions here. I'm going to go ahead and talk you guys through them. No cards on the screen. Being that this was about 2.5 weeks out, I'm currently a little closer. Things got hard. I usually take out heavy compounds like straight leg deadlifts when I'm close to a show because these are very eccentrically damaging exercises, and oftentimes the high axial loading plus the super eccentrically damaging exercises lead to a greater risk of injury when you are deep into a contest prep. I obviously want to mitigate that, especially when you're super duper close to the show, 2 weeks out, 1 week out. So since this was about 2.5 weeks out, this is my last session of keeping these in. I'm going to do another leg session with Tristan, or I'll show you guys how I modify those out. So here you'll see only 315, very slow and controlled, knees and butt back. These are the cues I like to give. My butthole is going to the upper back corner of the ceiling. My knees are going back as well. My pressure is through that heel, and I'm just lowering the eccentrics very, very slowly. This is going to lead to a much better straight leg deadlift. Using 4-range of motion, keeping a tight lower back, keeping a big chest, touching the ground. Most people can get to the ground. I've had a lot of people who try to say, like, do an RDL instead, which is the same as a straight leg deadlift. That's vernacular and nomenclature very ridiculously argued upon. But you're going to be able to see it a little better here, the actual working of the hamstrings, etc. So I've never actually encountered anyone that I couldn't get to a 4-range of motion straight leg deadlift. It's just most people like to run from that pain and then make all kinds of excuses as to why they stop mid-shin or why they stop before they reach that full stretch of the hamstrings. Like saying, oh, I don't feel my hamstrings once I go past a certain point. That's complete bullshit. Push your knees back more and you'll feel it a shitload. So that's really it for these straight leg deadlifts. You're going to notice I'm getting the shakes here. Probably should have called it a little sooner just because that's like a physiological response. I have super low glycogen. It's like a protective mechanism, actually. So I was just kind of like super depleted. The weight was kind of heavy, and my body's like, hey, look, we're not used to this movement pattern. Let's chill the fuck out. But you'll see we're walking around Signature Fitness. We got this shot because I really wanted to show people how amazing this facility was. Like Signature Fitness in New Jersey, it's one of the best gyms I've ever been to. I'm glad I got to train there. Tony pushed my ass because I was dead. Like, honestly, and currently while I'm filming this, same thing. Like, I don't even know if I'm going to say anything meaningful in this video. It might be a bust. Oh, and I believe right here I am giving Carol shit about doing she was peaking. She's in peak week. We don't want to add in any novelty, but she really likes that exercise and she saw the machine, so she decided to do an extra set. I was like, only do leg extensions and leg curls today. You're doing pump workouts only. She hopped on that machine and she did a set, and I was like, Carol, what are you doing? What did I tell you to do? But yeah, we were just giving her a little bit of shit, fucking around. But this hack squat here is actually the same hack squat I used throughout my time in university back in Missouri. There was a gym in Lee Summit, Missouri, near my university that had all the same exact equipment, and we used to fucking go so hard on that thing. I saw it and I was like, we have to use this one. So we ended up doing about 3 sets here. I did 495 for my top set. I realized I was being an idiot and I needed to drop the load, which is probably smart since I'm so close to the show. So I dropped the load to 405 and I began to do higher reps. So you see Tony here doing 365. Beautiful, crisp technique. I love training with my clients. I get to modify in-person stuff. Even though they send me videos weekly, I get to see what they look like in person and fix things. So we fixed his eccentric control here and his keeping his knees out on the way up. Seriously, one of the hardest workers in the room, and it was a treat to train with Tony this entire week. But he got maybe 14 or 15 on the set, I do believe. It was a very, very impressive set since he had prior to this only really done hacks a couple times in this meso, and he got like 315, he said. So I think we were both just kind of feeding off of each other's energy, and he absolutely buried this. So you're going to see going up to the 405. I believe it's 405. Did I do the, yeah, 405. I was like, oh, I left the 495 set in. Here we go. Yeah, so 405, nice, slow, and controlled. This is my potentiation set, I think. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. So I did 3 there before I worked up to 495, potentiated, and that was that. Now moving into my set here with 405. Like I said, I recorded the 495, or no, I didn't record the 495, but my top set was 495. Realized, I should probably chill the fuck out, and decided to go lighter with a little more control, a little more reps. These felt really good. I did 2 sets here in the 10 to 15 range, and that really kind of capped off the session. We did before this the straight legs, and we had a hamstring curl we didn't record, and then these hack squats. So that was the full session, just for those of you that know or that want to know. Like I said, no cards really popping up here, but you can at least see the raw effort and work that me and Tony kind of put ourselves through. That was that for the hack squats, and then kind of just throwing in some raw footage of, Carol. She was peaking this week. Me and Joe Jeffrey worked directly with her. She's one of my best friends, fucking phenomenal wellness athlete. She ended up bringing her absolute best look, and we were very happy about it. But now we are at Jersey City Barbell. This gym is fucking amazing, very accommodating. The owners were fantastic. Started with flies, moved on to Smith press, and then after that did dips, I believe. So here you're going to see the same cues I always give. I'm reaching my chest toward the wall on the way down and on the way up. I'm initiating with the chest. I'm not letting my shoulders move forward. Protracted, retracted, big chest. As I'm coming back on these reps, I'm reaching my chest forward to create an even deeper stretch. So that was fun and a really good set there. But there's Joe Jeffrey. Him and his wife and Dean came into town from the UK and from Australia, respectively. It was a fucking blast hanging out with all of them. They are a hoot. So this was Carol. The next day, as you see, she's already tighter here. We really peaked the ever-living shit out of her. Joe, it does a phenomenal job. I learned most of my pharmacology stuff from him, and he coaches a lot of my people. So I'm just kind of showing everybody, Tony, Joe, Carol, everyone. Dean's in there. Jasmine's in there. There's the Black Rambo, Daniil, who I'm going to have a bunch of videos out with because he's in Vegas currently, and we're filming a shitload of stuff, which is a lot of fun. But, yeah. Tony's going to be doing his first set. Really the biggest cues that I gave to Tony here were that he was kind of sinking that bar on his chest, as you'll see there. He's sinking it down a little bit too much for my liking. So as the set goes on, I start telling him, hey, soft pause on the top of the chest. So that cue, soft pause, is like pause on the chest, but at the top, not letting it sink in. And as you press, the same thing as the flies, you're trying to lead with the chest. So Tony started speeding his reps up. He was pausing and sinking too much. And I was like, hey, man, slow that shit down. Soft pause on the top right there. And then it'll look better. So I think this is, yeah, there. He did much better there. Because I was kind of behind the camera yelling at him, like, hey, cut that shit out. I had Daniil spot me on this one because he looks so damn big and juicy. And look at that style. Like, anyone who comes on my channel has better style than me automatically, but this man, he just fresh to death. Here I am, soft pause on the chest, reaching with the chest. Me and Tony used a similar working weight this day, I do believe. Tony was kind of trying to keep up, but that led to some technique shifts that I had to fix, which he did a phenomenal job at. And that's the thing, man. Training partners don't have to do the exact same thing. Weights, reps, sets, blah, blah. Chasing your training partner, you're going to have stronger body parts, weaker body parts. Chasing them is just a bad idea. The whole training partner ideology of like we're doing the exact same shit, even exercise selection, doing the exact same shit just doesn't make any sense, and you got to do what you're supposed to. Here was just like a little physique update. I felt pretty good. I feel like I was leaning out. I'm flat as fuck. This is me, like, pretty flat with a decent pump. So I'm really excited to see how I'm going to look on stage here in a couple weeks. I think I'm going to bring my best yet. But, yeah, you guys let me know. Let me know what you want to see on here. Because with these vlogs, I truly don't know what's to put on here, as far as like I'm walking to the store, I'm gonna grab this stuff, I woke up, I have something cool to say to the camera. I don't really know. This one I just kind of film shit. I film training, film full sets for you guys because I know you like to see the full sets, see how the technique stays or breaks down, so you can get in my comments and get at me during each set. But with that being said, I am going to be filming an entire peak week video where I go through sodium, water, training, cardio, carb up, you name it. What exactly I'm going to do, I'm going to talk about it, talk all the way through, and I think that you guys will get a lot out of that video, so you please let me know if that sounds interesting to you. And since this will come out much before that, if you guys can get in the comments and just like tell me exactly what you want to see on there, that would be super fucking beneficial for me, because I want this video to be like no other peaking video out there. Like, I've done sit-down videos. Scott Stevenson has done sit-down videos where we just discuss through the variables, and I love that style. So I'll probably voiceover discuss the variables / just get on there and discuss variables. Please, please, please in the comments, tell me what kind of format you guys want to see with that, because I'm very fucking excited to do that video for you. I think it's going to be one of the best peaking videos out there, and it's going to be full on just me being followed around by one of my best friends, Mike Lakamowski, Yoko Productions. He's just going to follow me around and record everything. So that's that. Then I did a little physique posing in my favorite kind of lighting, not the natural lighting. Yeah, I think I was looking pretty good here. Thank you guys for watching. Seriously, like, share, subscribe, all that YouTube shit. Thank you guys.
Ay, Dios mío.